What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Vote on CC2LP1. We are on the back half of the Yield Pack, and the first half was really interesting. Like, we had some really easygoing stuff at first, and then it just kind of got pretty intense in the middle and a little toward the end, with a couple levels that were a little bit of a stumper, but we'll see what the back half yields. I'm hoping that it won't be too hard. And we're going to start off with Tight Squeeze. So let's get going. I don't understand what this is accomplishing, but apparently nothing at the moment except for opening that up. This is, however, going to get us a hook. And that seems to be an important part of our... Wait a minute. Why is there a bomb there? Is the idea that we're supposed to put... No, we can't put a yellow teleport in that. Okay, here we go. Okay, so now we've got an eye. That's nice. I still don't understand why we have to do that, though, but okay. I mean, I'll play along. Oh, I see. We have to get the teeth. That's right. Okay. I didn't realize that was even there, and I forgot blue teeth follow Melinda to begin with. So can I can drop a yellow teleport on there. Interesting. I hope I don't actually need to use that again, because now I can't get it. That may have been a mistake. Alright, let's just do this. That also feels like a mistake somehow. Oh, I see. I'm supposed to get the... Okay. I'm supposed to get that block there right above me right now through the teleport is what I'm seeing here. Okay, so this is an interesting concept. I like the way this all fits in this space, although for some reason this particular space feels familiar. I don't know if this is a Walls of CC2 thing, but I'd be curious. So this is where I need to do this. Well... Evidently not. Now I've ruined that. Oh man, okay. This is a tight squeeze, isn't it? Alright, let's do this first. We'll do this, and then... No! Stop doing that! Okay, let's try this out. Again. There we go. That's mainly how we did it before. Okay, so I think the objective here is I'm supposed to get... Okay, that is weird. Why is it that I push into it, but I have to hold it down? Like, you guys are seeing that, right? Like, I have to... Right there, like, I pushed it, but I didn't go unless I hold down the button. That's bizarre. What in the world is causing that? I really need to know what's causing that. Okay. So I think at this point what I'm supposed to do is I'm supposed to get this thing here. And, no, not you. I need to prop it here somewhere where it's gonna... Okay, like right there. And then I need to go through this... Actually, first, before I do that, let me get the flippers, because I need those as well. But I need to go through here... Wait a minute. Is there a way... Yes, there is. No. How do I get through there... Yellow teleports always blow my mind. How do I get through there and then go back in such a way... Wait a second. So my issue here is that in order to go up through the teleport, I need to come from the bottom, but I also need to grab this when I'm in here and then carry it in, like, back through here, right? I think that, because I can't just place this down here and expect this to work. Like, that's not going to happen. So somehow I'm going to need to go through here, come back. Oh wait, that also messes it up too, because now I can't... No, I can just go out that way. How does this work? Why does it do that? That's so weird. That you have to hold down. It's doing it there too. That has got to be one of the strangest pieces of behavior I've seen in the game so far, and that's saying something. Alright, so I just need to get that trap undone, basically. Is there a way to, like, remotely activate something? Like, there's no toggle walls here, so I'm not seeing a way to do that. I don't see a way to, like, break the dependency that this has when it comes to entering it or exiting it or anything of the sort. Use your items wisely, huh? Okay, so that all that does is it goes there. Do I have to use the blocks again now? What in the world am I missing? Do I have to partial post it somehow? I don't even see how that would even help at this point. I mean, what would that even do? I mean, if I really want to, I could just do that, right? That's a thing. But it's like, I can't actually go through, grab it from the other side, without something then closing the loop back around to this side. I must be missing something really obvious here, because I'm not seeing how it's done. If I could get the dynamite, maybe that would help. Even that I can't see how to do. Like, that's a mystery. Yeah, I'm not seeing how this is possible. I'm assuming these blocks are somehow useful. How, though? I don't get it. Because if I push them through a teleport, a yellow teleport up, then that's not accomplishing anything. I just get the yellow teleport. That's on my side, the bottom side. So, alright, let's restart it, but I'm going to just kind of run through my logic here. So my issue with this whole thing is that somehow you have to find a way to reconfigure this teleport setup in such a way that this is no longer here. At least it seems that way, because if I have to go put the yellow teleport down here, where this trap thing is, then that means, or so if I have to get this out, I have to use the yellow teleport, right? I mean, I don't see any other way to do it. Although, wait a minute, even if it were there, how would you do that? Can you do that? Now I'm beginning to wonder. Yeah, I'm beginning to wonder about that now. That's... Huh. Is there another way to prevent... Because this is cloning the walkers, this mechanism here. Is there something that can be done about this? And I don't think there is. Because the bug, even if you could interrupt it somehow by dropping an item or something, at best the bug will go down here and then die, so that's not going to help. The tank, I don't think can really do anything unless the tank is sitting on something that can help. I mean, I guess that's worth checking out. Yeah, and I thought the small size of this was going to make it a little easier, but... Okay, that is so weird and annoying, and I don't like it. Wait, what? Is that a hook thing? That's gotta be a hook-related thing, right? Like, that... I keep doing that. Why do I keep doing that? Because it's not happening before I get the hook. At least I don't think it is. I haven't had enough of a representative sample size of playtime to really know for sure, but I don't think that's affecting anything. Yeah, now that I have the hook, it seems to be. That, I don't think I've ever experienced that. Like, ever. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have to do that. Like, I don't see any other way around that. That part I'm pretty sure I have to do. So let's put this here where it's safe. And I'm pretty sure this still works, right? Even without the... Or no, not that. This. Yeah, that still works. It's interesting how wires, even when quote-unquote interrupted like that, still work. Alright, so let's say I did put an item here, like the eye. So you're going to go and... Oh, there's a bowling ball! Oh, okay, that changes everything. I did not realize there was a bowling ball under the tank. Okay. Alright, that explains everything. I thought that this was going to be way more complicated than it actually is. Of course, that happens. I always do things the hard way. That's kind of like the theme of this Let's Play, I think. Yeah, now that I actually have the hook, it's definitely doing that buffering, which is so weird. Alright, so at least now we have an idea of what to do. Alright, so let's do that. Okay. Get in there, good. Okay, so now we can use the bowling ball on that. Perfect. That's really weird. What you call it? The cloning is still going on, but the button isn't sounding. I wonder if that only happens if they're actually cloning. Like they're actually exiting the machine. I've never actually asked about that before, so... So is the whole idea here that we're supposed to, like, blow this up and then... Well, first of all, what are we trying to accomplish here? Is it just putting the dynamite in place and then getting to the exit? Because I think it is. Whoop. Not successful in the drop. There we go. Alright. And that's it. Okay. I'm going to give that a 2. I like what it was trying to do, but... Wait a minute. The voting site is forbidding me from... Oh, right. Hang on a sec. I gotta do that. Okay. So... There we go. Just had to re-log in there. Alright, so now I'm going to do... Let's see, which one is this? That was 2 for that. Oh, by the way, before we go on with this, I forgot to mention, upon further examination and consideration, I have decided to raise my rating of gyration, level 18, from the first half of the set, from a 3 to a 4. I think I was a little harsh on the level, and I've decided to raise the rating a little bit. I do think it is still a little tight, but if it is a level that gets in the set, I will support it, providing it is placed toward the very end. So anyway, we'll move on to Shafted, which is level 27. I remember seeing this in like a crate competition, I think. Alright, so what are we doing here? We're obviously trying to get over there to the exit. I think this is going to clone stuff based on that being activated. And I have to assume that once you clone something... Oh wait, I'm forced to go this way. Oh, that's kind of cool. I like that. So this is basically like a block tutorial or something. Okay, so I have to do this, and I'll come back for that later. Alright, so there's no chips. That's pretty cool. I feel like we haven't seen a lot of levels that have no chips in them. So let's carry you up here. I remember Blocksmith was another block-related level, but it functioned more like a tutorial, whereas this feels more like a level, which is pretty cool. I appreciate that. So, okay, so this is pretty simple. Just do that. And then we just clone, like that. Okay, so this just goes here? I guess so. Alright. I don't think we can push many of these except... Ah, yeah, there we go. Let's get all these bonuses here. I like levels like this that have that kind of aesthetic theming going on where, you know, the level feels like something like this, feels like a mine shaft. I kind of wish there was gravel. I think that would make the level even better. But, I mean, it works really well for what it's trying to do. It's a nice introduction to different types of blocks without it being really harsh. Oh, there's a 1,000 flag there. I should have waited to get that ×2 thing. Let's see, do I give that a 4 or a 5? Because that was a really fun level for like an early game thing. See, if Blocksmith gets into the set, and I hope it does, the question is this level necessary? And I feel like it's less necessary in that case. It would be necessary if like you had no knowledge of blocks whatsoever and you wanted like a simple level to ease you into it. I'm gonna give it a 4. I think it's a good level. It's solid. I liked it. Frostfire. Okay, so these are cloners? Yeah, okay. I mean, hang on. Is it just as simple as doing this, where we set up a nail thing? Because I think it is. Yeah, because all we would have to do is just go here, and then clone one more, and then we can just go right up here, right? Is the time limit the main source of a challenge in that? I don't know. I'm going to give that one a 1. Okay, Mental Block 3. We've seen Mental Block 2, and I can't remember if we've seen 1 or not, but I definitely remember there was a 2. So, okay, these are all traversable by chip, but obviously not the blocks, because you can't have the blocks go through green walls. So is the objective to get these flame jet buttons filled? My concern here is that if I push this, it's going to release the balls, but then the balls are just going to die after hitting that, unless hitting it is all that needs to happen. Maybe? Let's just play around with it. So I can't actually push them down off of the railroads. That's interesting. But I can do this. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a chain reaction right there. Interesting. Okay. So I gotta be really careful with where I push these, because if I'm not, I'm gonna get totally hosed here. Wow, okay, that's quite a thing. So is that it? Just, I guess that's it. I mean, that's an interesting idea. I feel, though, that there wasn't a whole lot of, like, thought involved in solving it, though. It was just mainly push the blocks around and see what happens. And I don't... There's certain, like, satisfaction triggers that you get after solving certain levels, and for me, that's just not one of them. Maybe for some people it is. Maybe seeing the blocks slide around is kind of cool like that. But for me, it just felt like trial and error. I know that there's logic behind it, but it didn't feel like there was anything that necessitated me to actually consider what was happening. So I'm going to give that one a 2. Neat concept, but it could have been a little more interesting, I feel. Alright, Trail Mix. Oh, okay, I see what's going on here. Alright, let's do that for now. I hope this is correct. Well, oh. That could be a problem. I should have gone... Yeah, I should have gone to the right. Let's do the same thing again up to the second switching. Yeah, this is what we had to do. Okay, so that was interesting. I like the idea, but I happen to know that there's another level we haven't gotten to yet that uses this idea in a much more interesting way. I'm going to give it a 1. I didn't feel like there was anything... I mean, we've seen levels that use the whole wrong parity concept um, in much more, like, path-finding, skill-requiring ways than something like this did, where it's, like, pretty open-ended, or at least it felt pretty open-ended. You didn't feel like you were really restricted. I'm going to give that one a 1. Which switch is which? Okay, so it seems like I'm forced to do this. Okay, am I supposed to, like, not push that? Wait, no, I have to, because without that... Huh. I wonder if you get... Yeah, you get a hook later on. So, as long as I do... Oh, no. I think I actually have to get all of them off of the... No? Wait a minute, what's... Oh, okay, hang on a sec. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Let's redo that. So, hang on, I'm trying to read what's going on with this. I think at the start, okay, that keeps the hook? No. I think it would, though, if I were to hold down all of these. Let me try something here. If I push you... Oh, no, I'm forced to go through that. Never mind, never mind. Okay, so is the idea here that I'm supposed to, like, get... Wait a second. Let's do this. So that way I can get these 3. But now that restricts everything even more. Yeah, I have to, like, break apart this whole thing. So if I do this again, I can slide you there, but then that still ends up like that. Wow, this is an interesting puzzle. Okay, what are we trying to do? I feel like the objective here is that we have to break the blocks up somehow. Okay. I feel like we need to somehow get the blocks such that there's like maybe 2 and 2, or I don't know, just something. Because I have to push this here. I don't see any way around that. I have to do that. I also can't get out of the room either. Like, this is... I'm pretty much stuck here. Okay, and then that happens like that. So is it possible... I don't see a way... Because you need this to go in here as well. Because it's a dual thing. You're feeding this and you're feeding this. And that's what allows this to trigger and thus open up all the stuff here. So I do need to keep all the brown blocks available for that. Like, that's not going anywhere, right? So I'm wondering, is there a way to get this 4th block out to begin with? That's the question. Because it feels like it's always going to be stuck on the right side. So maybe this is really a matter of breaking up the 3 other ones so that they can go on here without any problem. Because I don't think that's the solution. I'm pretty sure it's not. I just wish there was a way to get all these out one at a time instead of... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe there is. Hang on. Oh, it pushes that. Oh, I forgot it does that. Oh, man, I thought I was being clever there. Wow, okay. So, hang on a sec. Maybe the key here is lining up 2 brown blocks. Let's try that. So, and we can then use some of the arrow blocks over yonder here with this whole setup. So instead of... I'm curious, if I push this up, will I die? Yeah. I've never tried that before, but I mean, it makes sense considering that they're still sliding on the force floors, so... I mean, I have no one to blame but myself for that little stunt there. But the nice thing is that I can easily do that. And maybe that's the key to this whole thing, is doing that. Because I'm ultimately trying to get these out. Although, wait a minute, I don't even have to do all that rigmarole, right? I mean, I could just easily just get all these out right here, right now. Problem being, though, if I do, there is the I keep forgetting about that. There is the matter of, like, making sure that they don't all come out at once so that they don't all go in here. So we just have to figure out how to make that work. So I think pushing one of these is fine for the first part, but then we need to line up two of them here and then kind of sardine can the rest of the blocks into the space here. That seems to be reasonable. We'll sardine can the rest of them other than that fourth block. Although, there is this issue of... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Actually, no. I think this is fine, doing it like this. Maybe? Maybe not? No, because now this is together, which is an issue. Yeah, so that would get the hook. That would lead to the hook, which is good. So let's do that. I feel like we've missed something here. Still. It's definitely an interesting puzzle, though. Okay, so that allows for that to happen. So now the issue with this is that the two blocks are stuck together and there's no way to break them apart other than this whole thing, and I don't really have a way to get around that. Oh, except the hook. I now have the hook available, so I could break them up like that. The question, though, is how do I get this one out of there without actually... Because I can't move around that. How do you do that? That's... Okay, so yeah, that would open up everything. This is really interesting. Huh. Can get the bonus, but... Yeah, I'm not seeing how you would do this. I think we messed it up by virtue of the tactic we used over here with this whole thing. So maybe it really is just push all three of these in here. Maybe it is this simple. Just do this first and then just do the arrow blocks next and then get the hook to pull them out from this area. Because I was just assuming that if they went to the left side, you'd be completely hosed there. So maybe that's not a problem. Let's just give it a shot. Yeah, because I could just do this and then like get the rest of these like that. There we go. And then now I can just like pull this down. Okay, so that's not actually hard. I was just making it out to be way more complicated than it actually is. Oh, right, you die in there. I forgot about that. Oh, okay, so 3 of those need to stay on. Yeah, I totally forgot about that little restriction. That's a cool opening setup. It's not actually a hard thing to accomplish. I thought you had to mix up the blocks somehow. I forgot that when you have multiple ice blocks or arrow blocks that slide together, you only hook one of them. That's a behavior that I completely neglected. But it's a really cool... hang on a sec. I just realized we may have another issue here. How are we... Oh, we can position that there. Can we? Hang on. Let's do that. Let's do that. And then now I'm going to need to... Okay, let's push you down. This is the part that gets interesting. Let's get over here. Because now I can just do that. There we go. Don't forget these. I can do that. No! I forgot that I would pull it up. Oh, come on. That's painful. That's not cool. Yeah, my first hint that you were supposed to use the dirt blocks over here should have been that you backtrack by virtue of standing next to the black buttons. Like, that should have been a dead giveaway. I didn't realize that that was a thing. Okay, let's go ahead and do our little thing there. Alright. And let's do that. And I'll drop this off there. Alright. So I think all we need to do is just essentially what we did before, which is to take that right there, move this down, then push this back in like such. Okay, I just got to be careful not to... There we go. Okay, finally. So now what do we do with this dynamite situation here? This is interesting. So I cannot destroy any of the walls, so that's a thing. But there is this element of the water down there. So is it a matter of getting all the blocks through there by blowing this whole system of doors up? Is that what the deal is? Because I can walk on fire, so that's not an issue. I think it is. Let's give it a shot and get out of the way. I forgot about that. Okay, good. So as long as I don't... Oh, that didn't blow up the door there. Are those indestructible? I didn't realize those were indestructible. I thought you could blow this up, and now that I'm thinking about it, of course you can't, because I don't think you can blow toggle walls up. The green ones. Huh, I didn't even consider that. Alright, let's just do it again, I guess. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to remember the sequence here. I do this, right? There we go. Oh wait, I need to actually get the fire boots. Working with hooks is still really awkward for me. I'm not trying to make an excuse about it. I'm just saying. All right, so we'll do that. Oh, I could just go ahead and do it now. Okay, good. Make sure I get the chips too. Okay, so let me make sure I put the dynamite. It was interesting because it was on this square, but it destroyed this one. So do you have to put it outside the stuff? Is that how it works? Because maybe it just couldn't leave a mark with the... There we go. Okay. Oh, right. The blocks die in the fire. I forgot about that. Ah, man. Okay. Now I'm going to have to put... I should have put it here. That was my mistake. Man, okay. This is pretty specific as far as the sort of things you have to do. I didn't want to use the word precise again. But yeah, this is definitely pretty specific. It's interesting, though. I like the way it uses some of these concepts, but I kind of wish it was not quite this rigid, considering the amount of mechanism-related knowledge that you kind of have to solve this. Okay, there we go. So as long as I do that, I'm good. Okay, this time let's not be an idiot. Let's put the dynamite over here. Okay, and that actually saves the blocks too. Actually, the other configuration did as well. Oh! Wow. That's the other thing, is that the entire level is made much more delicate by the way the hooks and fire... Or, sorry, the hooks, fire, and the arrow blocks work with each other. Like, the way those things all interact doesn't exactly make for the most experimentable puzzle. That's totally a word. I think you know what I mean when I say that. There you go. That method works a lot faster. I like that one. Alright, we can do that, we can do that, we can do this. Go over there. Okay. So I think if it's closed, you can't destroy it. That seems to be the rule of thumb, I guess, for this. Okay, so that works. Okay, good. I feel a lot better about... Oops. I'll just push it in. I don't want to take any more hook-related chances here than I have to. Okay, so I guess I'm getting rid of all my stuff here. Alright, so as soon as I push this button, those blocks are going to start sliding around. Do I want them to start sliding around is the question. I'm going to just go on here first and just look around, if I can. Okay, so that actually... Oh, that's wired. That's why it's... So the rover, I don't think, is going to pose any threat to us. Well, I say that, but now I think I'm forced to go... Wait, no, I can go here. Okay, so that's going to change... Oh, I see. That's going to change the... Wait a minute. How would I even get in there without... What? Am I supposed to somehow push those blocks in through the... Okay, there we go. So if I push this around, what happens? I'm nervous about what's going to go down here. Okay, so that happened. But I can do this and push it there. So I think the ideal scenario here is that I wait for the rover to go around again, and then I race it. Is that how it works? Okay, that was interesting. I'm going to give the level a 3. It was pretty decent. I feel like some of the concepts could have been polished a little more as far as how they were implemented. The thing at the end was a little weird, but overall it was a decent level. I just don't really have any strong feelings about it any way or the other. Alright, this looks like a French title, and I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but phonetically in English terms, it looks like Avec des Reserves, which I'm sure is not at all how you say it. Oh, okay, so that's an issue. So is the whole point that I can't go left as Chip? That's interesting. Oh, that blew up the other dynamite, too. So I think the idea here is I'm supposed to, like, get back to this point using dynamite in order to get to the exit. That is fascinating. I was actually tempted to make a level just like this, believe it or not. It would have involved, like, a slightly different version of the concept, but it was essentially the exact same concept. So I'm glad someone else used it, because I thought it was a neat idea. Okay, so as long as I don't go left, I'm good, right? Right. Alright, let's go do that. I think that should be fine, actually. Except now I have to go around again. But that's fine. Okay, so that worked out. So now I got Melinda. So Melinda can't go right. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. What's the purpose of the yellow custom tiles? Also, how is that not depositing us where Chip's area is? Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out what we're trying to even accomplish here. Oh, I see. Okay, well in that case... So it looks like... Yeah, I'm gonna have to do something like this. Wait a minute. What? Was I supposed to bring a block with me to do this? Yeah, because if I do that, I'm pretty much done. Yeah. So I think the idea is I'm supposed to bridge down there. But I need these keys to do it. So I'm going to do Melinda's first, because I think hers is a little harder. So it looks like I'm going to need... Let's do this first. And then this? Is this how you do this? Wait, why did I just slide? Okay, that was just the game being funny. Okay, so I think I just have to open these and we're fine, right? I guess the question now is... Oh, we have to go down there. Oh, okay. I see. So I'm forced to slap that because I can't go... Oh, no, I'm not forced to slap it. Let's do that. And then... Let's do this. There must be some way the teleports are linked, but I don't see any wires unless there's like a hidden logic option. Okay, so this actually wasn't that hard. Oh. I should have done that first before the ice blocks. Because she's Melinda. I forgot about that. Okay. Never mind. We're gonna apparently do this. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to go down that. I thought that was going to lead to the other teleport, but never mind. It did not. Okay. Let's try this again. Get a little optimization in here. A little bit. I'm going to slap it just to save time. And there we go. Okay. Alright, so that actually wasn't so bad. So I just got to remember, don't go left. I got to reverse the whole thing. Alright, so here... As long as I do this, I'm fine, right? Yeah. I really liked the idea behind this level. I feel like more could have been done with it, though. That's my only gripe, is that I feel like more could have been done with this. But it's an interesting concept, and I like the way it feels. I really do. It's interesting, and you can kind of infer where to go next in a section like this. The two sections definitely feel very distinct from each other, and I like that. Okay, so now we just go through here. I like the idea of you having to come back to where you start. That's a neat idea. So you know what? I'm going to give that one a 4. It's not the best that could have been, but I enjoyed it for what it did, and I appreciate the concept and what it was trying to do. I'm not just rating it highly because I wanted to make that concept. I do think it's a pretty solid level, so we'll give that one a 4. Alright, moving on to Fortress. Alright, so let's see what we have here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so apparently I need to create a shield or something. This kind of reminds me of the protect me from the spirits thing. So I just need to do this, right? Just... I mean, okay. That wasn't exactly hard. I'll give that one a 1. I feel like that was meant to be more difficult. Speaking of which, potentially, we got Haze. This kind of worries me, but I think this is mainly just a find hidden chips thing. Whoa, I narrowly escaped that. Oh. Okay. That kind of reminded me a lot of Wolfpack from the original CC2 set. It didn't really have a lot happening, but at least it had more than that level, I guess. It also kind of reminded me of the confined nature of the blurry/blind diptych of levels from Walls of CCLP3 that Josh made. Except here, there really wasn't anything else other than the canopies. I'm going to give it a 2. I wish there was a little more to it than just 10 by 10 as a space and also just canopies. I think more could have been done with it. Alright, process improvement. Now, this is a level I have played before. I checked it out mainly based on that title, since this is actually kind of what I do for work in real life. But it's a part of Walls of CC1 by Joshua Bone, and it's interesting. It's got an interesting hook behind it. This uses the walls, for the most part, of chips from Walls of CC1, and it does some interesting stuff, I have to admit. So the idea here is that you're essentially supposed to, like, set this timer up, basically, so you can't actually get through that. But you set this up, and then you put the bowling balls inside these little icy things. Like, you do this. I think there's a hint around here that explains it. But, so you do that. And then you just, I think the hint here will actually explain it, but I'm going to load all this up so that it will be plenty of time to do things. But I think the idea is that you're supposed to get all the keys first, and then you unleash all the balls, pretty much. And the way it all comes together looks really cool. Alright, give yourself enough time to get back through. So yeah, it's not that hard, you just have to get these first. And this outer area that was like the first room in the original level is where you end everything. So we'll deal with that later on. Oh, wait, I'm supposed to go through that. Alright, so now we get to the part where we need to actually set up the mechanism here. So let's do that real quick. Or not set up the mechanism, but open up all the doors. Alright, there we go. So, I'm trying to remember what you do. Is it just... No, that's just the timer. Yeah, you just do that. And I'm pretty sure those will all go to the intended destinations. Yeah. Because all the switching happens in such a way that it'll go through every combination it needs to. And don't go through that, because that would be bad. Alright, so that is that part of the level. But now, we've got the remainder. I'm pretty sure we don't actually need to worry about the timer in this case. So I'm just going to go ahead and go through. Because I think there's a pair of hiking boots that are coming up here. I could have been wrong about that. And I was. I thought there was a pair of hiking boots, but apparently not. Or at least a hook. I know there's a hook somewhere here. Alright, that was my bad. That's what I get for trying to remember the level from memory, right? Alright, so let's do this again and load all these guys up. Like that. Give ourselves enough time to get back. The level itself, I feel, is more of like a proof of concept for this mechanism than anything else. I like the way it works, though. I think it's interesting. It also is kind of satisfying to have all those bowling balls go to their target destination all at the same time like that. Or, well, not all at the same time, but mostly at the same time. There's just something really satisfying about that. So we have to get the green key and come back. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this first and open up all the doors. So we need to get that done. Okay, then we can just go through all of these. There we go. The way the space is used is kind of neat too, since the original level had so many open rooms and stuff. I feel like it worked out really nicely. Alright, I'm going to just let this go to like 500 or something. I feel like that's pretty safe. Okay. Get through there. Get the key and come right back. I thought you had to do this block thing first, or at least you got hiking boots, but I guess not. Alright, let's go down here to where the bug apparently still is going around. That's kind of neat. There's the hiking boots, right there. Okay, so now we can do something here. I'm not exactly sure what we're doing by doing this, but we'll leave them on. Alright, so now... No, that is still flashing like that. Okay. Now what do we do? I could have sworn you get a hook somewhere. Am I misremembering all this? Oh, I'm trying to open that up, aren't I? Is that what we're doing? That's off on. That's on on. That's off off. Off on. There we go. It's that one. Okay. I'm not entirely certain how this all works, but I'm assuming it's kind of like a, not quite Towers of Hanoi puzzle, but it's that kind of thing. There's the hook. Where you have to kind of undo it in a certain, like unravel the whole thing in a certain sequence. I know it's technically not Towers of Hanoi, but it's that kind of thing. Okay, so now I can actually use the hook. This is what I was hoping for. I don't think I can actually get to the exit yet. So let's just keep going. I'm just seeing what all we can do here. Okay, so now I've got 2 blocks, and with the 2 blocks I could theoretically just push them up there. Or pull them up there. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do something a little different here. See, the obvious choice is to go to the right, but I'm not sure that that's the correct approach. Although if I go to the right, I can then go up easily. So let's try it. This could totally be a bad idea, but... Oh. I see. Yeah, I think if we had gone the other way, we could have Yeah. We could have gone to the island over there. Man, I did fall for the obvious trap. Or did I? No, I didn't. Hang on. I can still do this. It's still salvageable. What am I saying? Never give up. Never surrender, right? There we go. There's all the lovely bonuses. Make sure I didn't forget anything here. I like the fact that all this space is just this big open room. And that's kind of it. It's neat the way that works. Alright, so that is process improvement. I'm gonna give that one a 3. I feel like you didn't really need any logic gate knowledge to solve that. You did kind of need it for that puzzle at the end with where the bug room is, but I feel like that kind of came down more to just trial and error again than anything else. I like the way the level opened up at the end too. That was pretty cool. But other than that, it was a pretty simple level overall. Should I give it a 3 or a 4? I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 4. You know what? It did leave me feeling pretty good, so we'll give it a 4. Micro puzzle. Okay, so that's obviously not correct. All right, so that. Wait a minute. That's just gonna clone. Oh no, it's not. Never mind. Huh? Now that's interesting. It's kind of Last Laugh-esque in the way it functions, I guess. This is simply a small, wait a minute, puzzle built so I could test uploading levels to the workshop. Okay, that's cool. So if I push this block up, that's going to flood the area with like tons of fireballs. So I'm going to have to do something that involves like, whoops, I shouldn't have done that right away, but oh. Huh. Problem is that thing is constantly going, and I'm not sure I can keep up with the pace of it. Ah! Okay, I think I can do this. Oh, now I've got this issue. Huh, I wonder how you're supposed to get past that. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. No. Okay, see, that's what I was afraid of right there. The problem with pushing it up, though, is that now I can't use it on anything else. Wow, this reminds me of like a level you would see in like Cheese T1 or something like that with really tight dodging and stuff. Maybe it is possible to do it this way. I don't know. Oh, I should have waited. There we go. Oh, except I didn't actually get a fireball to that thing. Okay, I can totally do that. It does take a little bit of doing, though. And not being an idiot. That kind of helps when you're trying to solve levels. Okay. So, let's figure this out. There we go. You just have to time it with the teeth. Now I'm curious to know, is that the intended solution? Because that feels very tight, but at the same time, it's like not super tight, if that makes sense. It feels like there's different ways you can skin a cat, which is cool. I like that a lot. I'm just curious to know if it really is that way. And maybe the replay can help shed some light on that. Oh, no, you used the block on the bomb. So I was just making it complicated. Okay, the ending is kind of the same, though. Okay, that was kind of a little easier than I was suspecting. I'm going to give that one a 2. I was making it hard on myself again. I thought you actually had to do something clever with the blocks and block in relation to the fireballs, but I guess you can solve it without having to do that, so that's kind of a bummer. I was hoping you could do a little more, but that was still a neat concept, though. Okay, Floyd's Knob. Alright, okay. So I'm trying to get over there. So I'm forced to go down this way. That's interesting. I don't want to go there. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually based on a real routing puzzle. So because of that, I'm probably not going to be giving this a very high rating. In fact, I'm probably going to give it a 1 just because it's not an original level. And that's not a slight on the submitter of the level. That's just the nature of how I wanted to vote. Okay, what are... Does going the other direction help? Because going up doesn't seem like that would do anything. This is just going to feed down there again. So that's not going to do anything. Huh. Very interesting. I can just go right back to the start again. For all the good that's going to do. Can I get down this way? That's what I'm curious about. And I don't think I can. Because I can't come from this direction. And everything that feeds from here just goes right back up. So that's not going to work. That is an interesting conundrum, to say the least. I could go across, but we've already tried that. Now, I wonder what would happen. Oh, I see. If I went this way, I could loop back. I could double back this way, go there, and then cross this way? What does that accomplish? Nothing. But I saw a turnoff there that might be helpful. So maybe I should actually pay attention to that. Oh, and that was not the way I wanted to go. That was, again, not the way I wanted to go. Whoops. The kind of, not the layout, but just kind of the sort of almost matrix feel of the level reminds me a little bit of Not from the original game. Okay, if I turn off here, what happens? Can I go this way? I can. I'm just trying to gauge what good this does exactly. And I think we found our answer. If I go this way, I can go back, and then this takes me to the exit. Okay. That was cool. But I'm giving that a 1 because it's purely an adaptation, I think. Because I know I've heard that. I know I've heard of Floyd's Knob. And I want to say, yeah, I can check. Let me see here. Floyd's Knob. There's a town called Floyd's Knobs in Indiana. Floyd's Knob. Yeah, there's a puzzle here. It looks a lot less, what do you call it? It looks a lot more matrix than this implementation. I can actually show you right here. So we actually did the the only solution you can do, which is to do that. So yeah, I'm definitely giving that a 1 just because it's not original. All right, Pharaoh. Okay, so we have another Egyptian-themed level. However, getting... Oh no, I can get these because the bug won't touch the fire. So I'm guessing that each of these rooms is supposed to give us a red key, right? That makes the most sense. Huh. This is a Sokoban, isn't it? So, hang on. Can I push anything here? That's a little problematic, but I can do that. So that works. Wow. Okay, this is a little more involved than I was thinking. So I'm wondering if putting that block down here was the best idea. It may not have been. If I push that up, I'm pretty much sealing my fate. That's not going to be a good idea. Pushing that to... I could do that for now and then push this down without consequence, but I feel like I've already cooked the level. Pretty sure I have. Let's start over again. Are these all Sokobans? I think they are. Yeah. I like the way the aesthetic of the level feels. I'm a little bummed that all these are plain Sokobans, though. Huh. Now, if I do this, where... I'm trying to get this over here. That's what I'm trying to do. But can I? Should I? Even if I could. Wait a minute. I can put 2 things up here, so maybe that is fine. Let's just run with the assumption that maybe this is what we have to do all along. That could be wrong for all I know, and now I'm beginning to think it was, but... Yeah, that was a dumb. Although, wait a minute, maybe not. I could use the opportunity to now go over here, because then I can unravel that later, right? Get that there, then push you down there. Get you inside that, and then go here. Yeah, I think that's the solution. That's actually a lot easier than I was thinking. I just didn't know when to make that commitment, basically. Okay, so that's that puzzle. So now this enables us to get 2 blocks toward the freeze effort here, or the thawing effort, I should say. Alright, next puzzle. We've got... I wish you got a secret eye. Did I just push that down? Why'd I do that? That's dumb. Why'd I do that? Alright, let's try that again without that element of fail in it. So I'm assuming that you don't want to push something here right away, right? I just wish I knew... Oh wait, I see. All the stuff where the wires go in must be where blocks are located. I wish that was a little bit more evident. That feels a little questionable. I'd be curious to know if these are all original Sokobans too, by the way. Yeah, I don't see any way around this but to do that, so I'm going to do it for now and just see where it takes us. Okay, yeah, there's definitely stuff there. And now I think I've deadlocked it. I don't see a way around it. Because you have 4, yeah, and I have to move them all. I have to migrate them all that way. Wow, that puzzle is actually kind of a little bit trickier than it looks. I forgot to actually get the keys. I really like that center piece there. That's a neat addition to the level. Alright, so is there anything about the way this is set up that I could do this? I could push that there, then push this here. I mean, does that really accomplish anything? Because I feel like it kind of doesn't. Let me do our thing from last time, except this time I'm going to put this over this way. And actually, let's try something else here. We'll do this, and then that, and then that. Okay, that actually wasn't so bad. My only concern is being able to solve all 4 of these things in one go. I mean, I'm sure you could memorize them with enough practice, but... Okay, I'm almost certain I've seen this puzzle somewhere. Like... Oh, man, I'm almost certain I've seen this one. Maybe not. Also, where's the other button? Because there's 3. Am I missing an eye? I just want to make sure I'm not missing an eye. No, it doesn't look like there's one. Okay, let's just focus on the puzzle. I think the other button is under this. This kind of reminds me of the thing from Thieving Ghost. Maybe that's what it's reminding me of. Yeah, it reminds me of that puzzle a little bit. No, it's up there. Okay. Okay, so let me... We need to figure out a way to get this done without ruining it, is the problem here. So, there's a bit of a chicken and egg issue here, because if I push something on here, then I'm unable to get something here unless I leave this open, and maybe I need to. So maybe that's actually it, but if I put something here, then I definitely can't get anything on there unless it's stored up there. Maybe that's what you have to do with that. Let's do that, put that back for now. Yeah, this feels like the thing from Thieving Ghost. Maybe I'm misremembering it, but it feels so familiar. Also, did I just deadlock this? Because I think I might have. Yeah, I remember doing this little shuffle here. I may have already messed up the order of this, but... Yeah, this is... I think this is the Sokoban from Thieving Ghost. I'm almost certain of it. Because I remember doing something like this, and I remember it drove me nuts on that level. Alright, how do we get this? Problem is I've already locked that one in the position, so I don't think I can actually solve the level anymore. Let's try putting this up here. That might actually be the approach we need. I'm trying to sift through my vague recollection of what the thieving ghost solution involved. Well, now we've got an issue with how to get this to go around and stuff, and now I'm even less certain. Yeah, that was probably not correct, was it? Let's start over again. Alright, this time I'm going to put you in the middle, like that. So we're not committing to anything yet, we're just putting that there. Shuffling the blocks around and stuff. See, the problem, though, is that now I'm forced to actually push this up or down, or up in this case, which pretty much puts us in the same predicament as before. Whoops, did not mean to do that. So what is it that I'm missing with this one? At least I can get to the puzzle right away. That's nice. The thieving ghost, I had to go through all that stuff with a ghost first. And I can't push any of these on the top row either, can I? Actually, wait a minute. Thieving Ghost did have this turnaround point on the right, didn't it? Didn't it have a turnaround point on the right? Maybe I'm misremembering. Let's try something a little different here. Let's do that. No, that doesn't work either. Man, why is this so hard? And the problem is that I'm probably not even going to rate this very highly because these are all just plain Sokobans. They may be original and that's great. I mean, I'm glad they are, but if that's all this level is, and it seems like it is other than the centerpiece in the middle, then I'm sorry to say that I'm not going to vote for this very highly. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is. So let me not push that to the left. That may have been a premature decision. Let's do something like this, where I get this in place at the very least. Is that it? That actually might... No, that's not it. That's partially. But I need to do this. And then this? Well, no, because then I can't... That's a problem. Because now how do I get to the thing up there? Yeah, because now this is on the left side, and yeah, I should have waited to put that one down there, shouldn't I? Okay, it was a good idea, but it didn't quite pan out the way I thought. Alright, let's do this again. So I don't want to put that one in quite yet. Instead, I need to get one there first and then that one. And I know that that's not exactly a very descriptive way of pointing out what I'm trying to do, but I need to get one here, and then I need to get one there, and then there. That's what I'm trying to say. The question, though, is how do I make sure that that happens? And this actually might be it. Just do that, then that. Oh, wait. I need to actually get this out, don't I? Okay, so that's going to be a thing. How do I do that? And maybe that's where this piece comes in, where I take this and put it all the way here. Do this part like that. Then I can do this. There we go. Finally. Okay. That was... Man, that felt like it took forever. Okay. Let's put this in like that. Let's see what this one's all about. Okay, this one feels even more familiar. I feel like this was in one of the crazy levels in CC2. And I think I have to push this down. Like, I don't think I have a choice. Okay, hang on. Do I push you over here? Maybe? I like the way this is set up, by the way. I feel like this is not that hard, and yet it is. And that might have been a bad decision. Yeah. Unless I can just undo it by doing something like this and then getting down over here with one of these. Problem is, how do I get this gap all nice and closed up when I put this block down there? That's the problem. Because once there's a block here and a block here, where are the other two being stored? Like here? Maybe it is. But if I put one there, then how do I get a block down there to begin with, is the question. Because, I mean, I can do that. That's fine. But then the question is, how do I then get a block down, aside from locking that one up? So that's an issue. I feel like I'm making this way harder than it needs to be, by the way. I guess we'll just have to undo it again. And start it over. Hang on a sec. See, I don't have much room on this side. That's what's really getting me here. Is that it seems like I have room, but I really don't. And that's kind of annoying. I can do that. That's cool. But then I'm really locked in, because now I can't actually extract anything from where I need to extract it, and that's a problem. Man, the time limit in this level is not helping either, because that's just making me a lot more jittery about this whole thing, and it's not keeping me focused. I don't really like that. I really hope I haven't ruined it. I feel like I have somehow. Okay, if I do that, pushing this here. See, I can push this down, but then that also deadlocks it, so that's not helpful. It's almost like I have to store one somewhere, like here, in order to do any of this. Like, how would you get... I don't get this one. It's like I just keep running in circles here over and over again. And I don't see any way out of it. Also, I think I deadlocked it for real. Man, I gotta say, I'm not as big a fan of this level as I was hoping I would be. I like this middle part, but just having plain Sokobans around the entire thing is not really my idea of a fun time. I gotta be honest. So I feel like getting a block there is an essential first step. That much I can say I'm fairly confident about. The rest of this, though, that's where things get interesting. And maybe I actually need to get a block there first. I'm not sure. Let's try doing this, putting these here. The question is, what is the point at which everything has to be extracted, I guess is the better way to ask this. So I could play around with this all I want, but it's not really going to lead anywhere. Oh, now this is an interesting setup. Is this it? We haven't encountered this arrangement yet. Huh. I just want to get stuff out of that left side. That's my main pet peeve with this right now. Also, I deadlocked it. I'm not actually going to bother solving it. I just want to solve that puzzle and say I'm done, because I'm not going to do all four of them in one run. I feel like I've wasted enough time with this already. I don't really consider this level something that I would want to see in the final set anyway. And that's mainly just because it's just plain Sogobans, and that's it. And if this did get into the final set somehow, I would want to see a time limit, or a lack of a time limit on this. At least. Okay. So what is it I'm missing? First of all. See, if I had a block here and a block there, like if these were shifted over to the right one space, the whole thing would be a cinch, I think. But I'm not seeing how you would get that done. Huh. Yeah. Not seeing it. And the thing is, I feel like this should be the easiest one. Now, maybe if I did this again, but I put this here, would that help? No, because that's up there. Oof, man. Okay. I just want this to be here, but me be on the other side. Like, is that... No! Wow, I just deadlocked it there. How in the world do you solve that? Okay, this first part, I feel like that's at least... I deadlocked it again. I just don't like how many ways there are to fail at that. That's my main gripe with it. I'm not even going to bother getting that key. Who am I kidding? I'm not even solving this. I just want to solve this puzzle. I just want to solve this one. Okay, so it seems like, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like getting the 2 blocks, how'd I do it? It was something like this, where one of them's there is a part of the solution. Like, that seems reasonable, right? Except, hang on. How'd I do this before? Now I can't even replicate that. See, that's my worry, is that if I tried to solve the level now, then that's going to be a thing. And then I'm just going to get stuck on this for hours. How do you solve this? Like, does it involve doing something here? I've already forgotten. Let's just pretend it does. I think it was like this, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Then I'm going to put this over here. Put that over there. Now, does this help in any way? Doing this? Okay, I feel like this state is decent. The problem is, if I push this up and then I push this to the right, we're back to the same problem we've had before, where I can't actually get anything done. Unless I'm over there. So that's a thing. If I push this all the way to the right, then I'm forced to push the block that's above to the left and then that one down and then undo everything to solve it. So let's just walk through that. I do that. And then now I may be deadlocked now, aren't I? No, I'm just going to revert it back to this state. So I could go here, like this, but then I think I'm forced to go back to what I had before. Where I have to do that, and then that, in order to undo it. Yeah, I don't see how you can solve this. I know there's got to be a way. Let's try this way next. Wait, is this it? Hang on. Maybe it... No. Because I still have to... We had this problem before, didn't we? We have to extract that out of there. Wow. Yeah, I'm not seeing how you're supposed to solve this. This is beyond me. How in the world do you do this? Just, what am I missing? I feel like I've tried every possible configuration and shuffle and everything, and I still can't get this. I feel like that's got to be a part of the solution somewhere. But then that does not preclude the... Hang on. No. That's not even going to work. Like, I feel like you have to do that. Because you have to store something there in order to be able to come back. Is there just some weird way that to do this that I'm just not seeing, that I haven't tried yet? I mean, obviously the answer is yes, but... And I deadlocked it again. You know what? I'm skipping it. I'm skipping this. I'm sorry. Let's watch the replay. But see, the problem with these kinds of levels is that you could easily trivialize them by plugging them into a tool like Yask, for one thing. But we've just had so many levels in CC history that are just Sokobans without using the CC elements. And I will say, this level, at least to its credit, does have the element of the thing in the middle as an aesthetic bonus. Like, that's kind of nice. I appreciate the fact that that exists. But the rest of the level is just plain Sokobans, and it's like, it's kind of like the equivalent of being able to look in the editor and see a solution. Now, obviously, it's not quite as, you know, severe as saying, you know, oh, this block has a bomb underneath it, so don't push it, because I can totally see this in the editor, you know, that kind of thing. It's not that level, I would say, of severity with respect to what you... Oh, don't tell me you're going to go to that room last. Oh my goodness, really? They're going to that room last. Alright, well, I guess I can share more thoughts about this while this solution is playing, but yeah, it's just... I feel like in this day and age, the unfortunate reality is with the tools available, it does become that amount of trivialized, which is really sad. It's funny how like tools that can help you do that actually end up sort of cheapening that. I mean, I understand you can just refrain from using them altogether, but I don't know. It's one of those things. I remember when I first played the game, the level Totally Unfair from the original CC set from CC1. I remember that just stumped me to no end. Like, I couldn't figure that out. In fact, it was the only level, by the time I turned 8, I think it was the only level that I couldn't solve. Because I was able to solve all the other ones, even if it was just trial and erroring stuff, which, you know, as a little 6 to 7 year old kid, I kind of had to. Okay, here we go. Alright. I wonder if this really is the hardest one. So let's see what happens here. That gets put there. Okay, so this is looking pretty familiar so far. Okay. Oh, so that gets stored there. I see. Okay, that's not that bad, I guess. I think I'm going to end up giving this level a 2, and I'm waiting for the solution to finish so I don't inactivate the window. Yeah, I'm going to give this a 2, mainly because I like the aesthetic element of it. Not as big a fan of the just plain Sokoban nature of it when there's so many more interesting block puzzles that actually use CC elements. So, anyway, that's getting a 2. Next level up is called Swivel Maze. Alright, and this looks like Scavenger Hunt. Except, looks like there's just chips everywhere, including where the items were. And all the southeast thin walls are swivels? Certainly seems that way. Yeah, because that structure at the beginning is very unmistakable, and I remember this path well enough. That's an interesting way to use this area. I mean, it's definitely not an original layout. I mean, you could argue that whenever a walls up level is being used in some way. But I do like the fact that as a result of the change, the time limit is shortened. That's an interesting wrinkle. And there's also the element of being able to break into stuff, but you have to do it from a certain direction, which is kind of neat. So, now that's not a swivel. That's interesting that that's not. I wonder if only certain ones were chosen to be converted. See, it's not quite as, like, free as you might think. I mean, it kind of has that feel of, ooh, you know, I can break through all this, but like, oh, it's only useful in this subset of uses. You know, it's an interesting idea, though. I like the way it works out. It would be interesting if there was like monsters running around. Like, that would be a fascinating way to add some excitement to this. Aside from the time limit change, that is. Okay, I'm going to have to break back through here. I forgot that there's a dead end over here. It seems like all the dead ends have chips now as well. This would be a really fascinating level to optimize. Like, I would be curious to see how that would go. Because you kind of have to think a little differently when you plot a route with a restriction like swivels that can only go in a certain direction. And it's not really like force floors where, you know, you can only go one way. You could theoretically enter from one way only in certain areas, but you can come back once you break through it, the swivel. So, yeah, that would be fascinating to see how this would work in an optimization context. I'd be curious. Okay, so we've seen one of the last two chips. It's right there. I'm not sure if the last one is also nearby. The last one. I also remember, I think Eric Schmidt did an edit of Scavenger Hunt that added a walker cloner, and I forget. Well, he did two edits. One of them was an ice maze, and I think it was just called Ice Maze or something. So there's that. Oh, there's the chip. And then he did this other one where there was a walker cloner, and I want to say a lot of the item spots were replaced with something else, or I don't know. The amount of stuff you had to do was diminished because of the walkers. There was that. But yeah, it would have been kind of cool to have a monster roaming around this, just to make it interesting. I'm going to give that... I like the idea, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to give it a 1, because I wish an original layout was used for that. But on the other hand, if it were, would the concept be as novel? Because the concept is like more highlighted as a result of using an original layout. I'm going to give it a 2. I like the idea. I just feel like A, more could have been done with it, and B, I feel like there could have been more freedom to do more with it if an original layout was used. So it's kind of hard to really gauge that. But anyway, let's move on to a new adventure. Okay. Apparently this is a new adventure compared to an old adventure. Okay, that... Opening the level up with this room was probably a good call. Okay, that's pretty easy to go past. Okay, then we do this one. Okay. Oh, now that's interesting. I like the way that works out. Okay, so now we have a cross shape there. And we got some yellow teleport shenanigans. Yay. Okay, so what are we trying to accomplish here? I guess we're trying to turn into Chip. We're also probably trying to slide this block into some place that's useful. Oh, whoa! I didn't realize that there was a third yellow teleport. My bad. I thought we were supposed to pick that up, and maybe we are, but I thought if we went through it, we would pick it up and not actually go through it. Oh well, you live and learn. What can you do? Except that. Just live and learn, I guess. I forgot about splash delay. Also, that completely affected the pattern of that. Let's not do that again, if possible. I mean, I guess it's possible, but... There we go. Alright, so let's go through here a second time. Alright, so if I go through down... Okay, right allows me to do that. Okay. So I could push this up. Right? But do I want to do that? And I don't think I do. I do think I want to push this... Wait a minute. I could do this. I could put it up here. The problem is that then I won't be able to actually retrieve anything there. That's an issue. Let me try something. Because I have a feeling. Yeah. So I can do that. That's still... That may have been a mistake. Yeah. Now I can't actually retrieve it. I do think this needs to go there, though. Now I can't actually get into this area. That's the problem. Yeah. That was a mistake, I think. What happens if I go into this? I take it I want to follow this path. I get a hook. That's interesting. Okay. Maybe this actually isn't completely dead yet. Huh. I still need to get to that flame jet, and I don't think that's going to happen no matter what. Not unless I partial post through this, which I guess I could. Let's actually try that. This is probably not the intended route, but I'm going to see if we can make it work. There we go. So now I could go through there if I actually were able to pass into it. But wait, I could by doing this. There we go. So I guess that's all I needed to do, right? I hope. I can't get the suction boots there. Not unless I get a helmet. Or a bowling ball. Let's do that first before we do anything else. I think these are the walls of Lesson 1 from CC2, by the way. Okay, let's do this one. There we go. Oh no, I had to destroy that one. Wow. Okay. Alright, I guess we're going to do this all over again. At least there was an option in the form of the partial posts to kind of get a way out. That was nice. I appreciated that. Okay. So, hang on a sec. Oh, I can take that one. Except now I can't get into that one. Yeah, that's not happening. I can't move forward because I would have to turn in a chip to even get suction boots. So even if I could get in there with suction boots, I couldn't do that without turning in a chip. So chicken and egg again. Okay. I'm glad that for once the key didn't register, because I almost went up there. Okay. How did I do this? I went this way. I did that. Alright, so I don't see any harm in doing this. I'm pretty sure that's fine. Let me put it on the right side this time, just so I can go up here and do that. But I would still need to ensure that I did something like this. Oh, I can't actually go that way. But wait a minute. No, because that would require going down. Now I fear I've messed it up by putting that teleport there. The way this works is a little fiddly, I have to admit. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of it. See, I can't go through here and then slide. Oh, no, I can. Okay, I thought you couldn't do that. Was I just misremembering that? The way that worked? Yeah, this is definitely the opening room of Lesson 1 from CC2, because that's where the start here letters were. Okay. So... is this it? I guess so. Okay. Alright, this time we're actually going to destroy the correct fireball instead of doing the silliness we were doing earlier. So if we see a red teleport, that's got to mean that we're headed to the exit. Or at least we are eventually. Now it is interesting that I could destroy a fireball over there to get a bonus, and I'm wondering if that means that the suction boots aren't actually necessary. I'm going to do it this way, because I don't want to clear the other fireball out. Okay. So I can't even go through there. So I'm forced to go this way. Yeah. So what happens as a result of this? Oh, now I'm in here. Yeah, this is, I think, where the force floor section was. Okay. So what's going on with this? I'm guessing... No, I can't actually push a block in there and expect to be able to keep going. Okay, so what exactly is the point here? No, no, no! Really? Okay, at least I have a hook. That's a relief. Okay, there's a maze of balls here. I think this is where the swivels were originally. And here's a helmet. That's interesting. Why is there a helmet? That might have something to do with that fireball room. So is the point here that I need to get a partial post going? Because it almost seems like it. I'm just curious to know, is it a partial post to the left? Is it a... Like, what are we trying to do here? And what's the point of this room? And how do we get into that? Because that's a little suspicious. I'm really curious to know why that room is there. Oh, wait a minute. No, I can't go down that way unless there's a way... Hang on. Yeah, I could do this. Do I want to do this, though? What happens if I go up? I can go up. So... This apparently connects that other one. Am I trying to get stuff going to the right? Is that what's going on here? Because it feels like that's almost what's going on here. I wonder if I put the... Oh man, what should I do with that? Can I even get in here without the... No. I'm still confused about what the point of this even is, because... Unless there was something I forgot about in the previous room... It's the swivel thing, right? I mean... Let's do that for now. And then I'm going to put that there. This feels wrong somehow. What? 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 Okay, that doesn't go anywhere. I am so confused with this ending. Like this... I'm assuming this is the ending, right? So I can't push blocks in here directly. But I could put a block there, and then... You know what? I could have gotten... No, because that's connected. I'm just trying to think, is if there's a way I could get a block to land here in such a way I can start clearing all the slime out, that's one thing. But it's the mystery of this whole thing is how do we hold the flame jet down? Because we haven't even seen a button for that yet. I just want to get in that room so badly. Hey, let me in. I mean, the other thing that's playing into this is I think this room is ultimately used as a gateway back into this area now that we have the helmet, and therefore we can go through the fireballs, go backtrack, and then go into the red teleport, and then go to the exit. But it still does not solve the question of how do you get through the flame jet? And I don't think I can with a helmet. Yeah, okay. I'm going to look at the solution to this because a puzzle that late into the level that involves hidden information like that does not sit very well with me. I have to be honest. Sorry about that. I had to... I feel like I have some kind of allergies. I don't know what it is, but my voice was just totally out today. And I'm still trying to figure out why. Okay, so that part is a thing. That's definitely intentional. Okay, so that's used in a partial post. I guess that makes it a little easier than not using it. Okay, so we had the right idea with this area. That's good. I am curious, though. Can you carry the yellow teleport with you? I didn't even think about that. That might be worth checking out. If that's the case, then, man, that definitely makes things a lot more fiddly. What are you doing? Oh. Okay, I guess you don't take the yellow teleport with you. I mean, I guess if you could, it would be an easy way back, right? So it looks like the replay recorder intended on clearing every safe spot possible. Okay, well... Oh. Oh, you go this way. Oh. We had the order wrong. I thought you had to... Wow. I thought you had to do it the other way. Okay. Now it's starting to make a little more sense. Yeah, because if you could partial post into that area like we were trying to do the other way, that makes a lot more sense than the way we were doing it. Now, why did you do that? I'm curious. I'm pretty sure the setup for this is going to be pretty much mostly the same, although you could just use an item instead of a block like we were doing to do the partial post successfully. Although I guess you can just use blocks, because you don't actually need to take a block with you. I was just really, like, confused by the whole, what was it? The suction boots. And I thought, oh, maybe, or not suction boots, the slime. And I saw the slime and I thought to myself, oh, I wonder if you have to push a block through here or do something. Like, it didn't make any sense, which is why I was so, like, perplexed by that. But, you know, oh well. What are you doing now? I don't think there's any more you can do here. Yeah. Yeah, let's go back there. There we go. I was waiting for you to do that. Okay, so then we go back the way we came and, yeah, do what we were thinking we would be doing earlier. Man, helmets add so much, you know, of a layer to everything. Oh, hello. Well, that's gonna make things a little more interesting. Okay. Okay, that was interesting. I don't really feel like it had a lot of cohesiveness though. And then the whole nature of the ending area, if that gets fixed, that'd be kind of nice, but I feel like the level is held back a bit by the awkward way that it has to fit into the walls of CC2. So I'm going to give that one a 2 as well. Alright, moving on to the walls will ooze green slime. We get a helmet for this, apparently. That's interesting. So the helmets will protect against the blobs, but not the slime, which is a fascinating little wrinkle. I wonder if we'll get a hook. That'd be kind of nice. Okay, this area is very slimed. This is a problem. Let's get out of that. We were really lucky to not get killed there. Okay. That's not quite where we need to go. Oh man, I need to actually get something going here so that I can safely get out. I wish that this level had a hook. This would be a good time to have a hook for what it's worth. This would be a perfect time to use. Whoa, okay. I'm surprised that this is going on as long as it is, honestly, considering just how densely packed this is with blobs, and now I'm stuck. Okay. I appreciate the helmet, I will say that. Maybe one thing I should consider doing is actually blocking off some things for the exit, just so when I do collect everything, at least there's a lower chance maybe of the blobs actually inflicting damage, or maybe even just doing that, you know, where you can have at least have that bomb cleared. That might be nice. I did not mean to step there. Interesting level, though. It reminds me of a level I actually submitted called Pandemic, which was named after the board game of the same name, where a bunch of blobs cleared out, or spread slime. Definitely not cleared out. You were trying to clear it out with blocks, but it wasn't nearly to the degree of infestation that's in this level. This level is pretty intense in that regard. Okay, I'm very nervous about my chances now. Oof, how am I going to get over there? I could theoretically, except I can't. Man, you really have to be quick with this one. I feel like it's a little too strict, maybe. I like this implementation of the concept. It's way better than the one I did, for sure. It's definitely helped by the fact that you have a helmet. That's another plus toward it. But there's just so many blobs. Like, the number of blobs, the sheer number of blobs is just crazy in this level. And I feel like that kind of holds it back in some ways. The fact that it is as strict as it is. And, oh boy. Please don't kill me. Please. Okay, good. Oh, there's the last ship. It's way over here. I should probably get that at the beginning. Alright, so now the question is, we're apparently going to die. So, there's that. Let's actually do it this way first. I'm going to get this bottom stuff and then work my way up. I feel like that might actually be a much more productive way of doing this, because there's so many blobs toward the bottom, it feels like, that maybe it's more optimal to go that way than what I've been doing, so... Yeah, so now there's all this right side stuff, and, well, maybe it's not as easy as I was thinking. Oh, no, hang on. I can do it. I could go and take a risk here. Oh, wait, they always do that. They do? That's a creepy thought. I'm going to give that a 3. It was a decent level. I like the idea. I kind of wish it was done a little different and maybe a little less strict, but it definitely works well, and I like the way it works. So we have Mobile Cannon Mr. McCallahan. I kind of wish it was just called Mobile Cannon McCallahan, but I'm not going to be picky. Alright, so we get 2 bowling balls. So, do I need... I think I do. To do... Oh no, wait a minute. Did I just ruin it by... I did. Okay. Not getting out that block. Or that, yeah, that block. Let's try doing that. And doing this. I'm going to try a different method. Yeah, this will work a lot better. That's pretty cool. I like that puzzle. That's really neat. Okay, now I have this. Yeah, how do you do that? Is it possible to get through there with only 1 block? Because I can't get through any of those unless... Wait, I can do this. I forgot I can do that. So you can get through there with an extra bowling ball. I forgot you could do that. That's right. That's my bad. Oh, duh. I made that same mistake again. This is a really interesting level. Okay. Let's try this again. But this time, let's do it in the correct order. And not the dumb order. Okay. I can get 2 blocks this way. But I need 2 more. So I need to save 4 blocks. I kind of wish that was a little more evident. I guess you could be expecting that, though, but still. Yeah, I guess you can see it. Okay. So here's the issue with this. I feel like if I do the 2 up here again, that only leaves me 2 maximums, so that's not really an option. If I do these 2, like this and this one, I can push this up, but I can't actually push anything else, so that's not going to work either. Am I just missing something here, or I wonder if there's bowling balls under some of the blocks in the corners or something. Because at this point, I'm not exactly seeing any really good way to solve this room other than maybe hinging on that as a possibility. The problem I'm seeing with that, though, is if I spend 2 here, then let's just assume there's a bowling ball in the corner. Like, what all does that really accomplish, right? I mean, that's kind of a problem. Yeah, I'm not seeing... I mean, I can just try, but that... And then I would just push that over there, which is also not going to be helpful. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Definitely not seeing it. And as far as I know, I have to do that because... A, there's no way to get a block in here. B, even if there were, I don't even think I could work with that. So I'm wondering if maybe there's a way that you can solve this with only 1 bowling ball used in this room. That's kind of where I'm wondering if this is heading. And now I'm beginning to think the answer is actually yes. Although, wait a minute. No, because I still can't get out. I created a dependency here that loops on itself. So that's not going to work. I think I can do this, though. I can push this in. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, so I can take 3 balls in here now. So that changes some things, right? So if I kill these 2 blocks here, I can push this up. Problem though is I don't really have a whole lot left to work with. Because if I kill this one next, that's just going to unlock... Let's see, what would that unlock? Huh. I feel like at the most I can only get 3 blocks out of this whole thing here. So if I kill these 2, I have to push one out of the way. So let's say I push this one out of the way. Then that leaves these 2 left, and then I could like kill that one to get a 3rd one. So at most I could get 3 with that approach. The next method I could potentially use is... Oh, I see it. I see it. I have to do something like this, don't I? Yeah, like that. That's a cool puzzle. I like the way that works. Okay. Well done, whoever made this. This feels like something maybe Tyler would make, but I'm not sure if it's his. Okay, let's make sure we're not doing anything silly here. So I have to do that. So I take it I'm supposed to launch these off of all these points here? Is that what's going on? Okay, so the only one I can do first is this one. Then this one. Then this one. Then this one. That's cool. I really like that. Can I change into Melinda? No, I can't. Okay. I do have another yellow key, so I think I'm good on that front. So I don't think I can go back. No, I can't. I can't go back to the transmogrifier. Well, even if I could, I can't even really use it to that effect. Okay, so this is interesting. We've got... Oh, man. Okay. What are we doing with this? Oof. I am trying to see what we're even trying to accomplish with this. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's get those so I can at least look around a little more. We still have this bowling ball here that we have not yet gotten. So there's that. There's also... Huh. I'm just trying to understand what the point of this is, because... Oh, wait, I would have to... Okay, I think I see what you would have to do here. I take it I'm supposed to kill the yellow tank, which means I'm trying to drop the boots for this bowling ball in appropriate spots, right? So in other words, let's say I put the suction there, so now the bowling ball can actually glide on all this, and then I put that there, and then that there, and then it will safely go through. The question, though, is, what then? Because there's this problem of the ice blocks just sitting there. Maybe I shouldn't have put the suction boots there and committed to that, but... Unless there's something under that tank that could help with that. I think we're just going to have to count on that being the case. So let's give it a shot. Oh, right. The bowling ball is supposed to go through that and travel down and not get the suction boots right away. So, yeah, I was actually supposed to not put the suction boots up there. That's pretty clever. Nice little puzzle there. I like the way that works. It's interesting, for sure. Okay, I do remember how to do this, at least. This room, this one right here, I really enjoy. I think it's a really well done room. The fact that this kind of looks like the same cross kind of patterns are used, that's pretty clever. I really like that a lot. Okay. That is now that. So I go through this. It's interesting that it's set up to look like that. Okay, so this time let me actually put the suction down there instead, then that, and then this. Oh. So I have to actually have them get rid of the suction boots. Now that's interesting. Huh. Now, the question I would have is a matter of timing, I guess. And this is where the level starts to drift a little too far into the specific mechanics category for my taste. But I'm wondering, does the bowling ball drop an item on the square before the interaction with the rest of that square is resolved? So let's say the switcheroo happened here. Does that mean the suction boots are lost before the force floor can or is overridden, and so therefore it can just slide along here, or what? Because I'm a little worried about that. Because I think you would have to collect the suction boots first for the item drop to actually work, right? I mean, I guess I could experiment with it myself because it's going to mimic how I interact. So let's play around with the order of the boot dropping without me, manually cycling through it. And I think that will give us a clue because I haven't really gone into any detail with that yet. I'm just curious to know, like, what gets resolved first, and I'm hoping that that's not as big of a deal in this level as it looks like it is. Not sure why I did that, but okay. Okay, so let's just say, let's drop the hiking boots. Let's say I got these first. Yeah, okay, so if I get these first, that would almost have to mean that either these get placed on here. So here's the thing, if I go on here with them, then I get stuck. So I think I actually have to put these out here. I'm guessing that the boot dropping gets resolved first. It almost has to, right? Let me put these here. And then I'm going to put... Actually, wait. I only need one... No, I need two pairs of that. So let's put the suction here. Or no, let's actually drop this here first. Let's do that. Hopefully that will work. Yes, perfect. Okay. That was what I was hoping for. Thankfully it happened. So now I can do that and go in here. Now the question is, I see that we're going to get some bowling balls, but they are on thieves. So I'm guessing that is going to get stolen instantly, right? Pretty sure it is. Which is a little concerning. So now we've got another issue here, which is the... Oh wait, no. I can just go in here and then snap. Okay, yeah, I can just do that. So it looks like I'm going to need 3 out of the 4, or no, 2 out of the 4. So that's doable, right? I can just get one from here. Yeah, I can just get one from here and then get one from over there. Okay, good. There's nothing under them. That was my concern there. So if I go through this and then go cut across back through the thing, yeah, I can do that. And now there's an eye. Okay, now this is interesting. Because I see here... Okay, I think I have to do that. I'm pretty sure. So now the question is, where do I fire this? Where do I fire this? Does it actually really matter? I think the answer is yes, but I'm just trying to figure out where. And I think... Let's do it here, because I feel like there's multiple entry points from this side. I mean, I guess... Well, yeah, let's do this one. I guess they're all kind of the same in that regard, but... Because once we get something out like that, it's not that bad. It's pretty much a little like a less restrictive version of the first room, if you really think about it. And now I can get the blue key, which is good. Okay, yeah, this is actually a lot easier than I was thinking. I still have the suction boots. I'm not sure if that's intentional or not. Now, this is an interesting puzzle. Apparently, I get a bowling ball from here. But once I get that, either I'm going to have to use it or... Is this really just a matter of... Because I could just use it up there, right? In fact, I think I kind of have to. Maybe. I can't even tell what's going on up there. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. No, hang on. Is this a matter of using the ball on the swivels? I think it is. Because if I go down here, it'll present the perfect opportunity to... As long as I do it while standing on this one, I think that'll be fine. So let's do that. Because if I do it from here, I can go through that one myself. Yeah, I can do that. And then I can cut across and then do this. Now the only problem I can see with this is if I need to go back, I can't, but maybe I don't need to go back. Alright, so that's all the chips, so maybe I don't actually need to go back. Alright, I'm going to drop all these off. I'm hoping those are not necessary, but if they are, I can hopefully come back for them. Okay, so I'm guessing that that's the ultimate goal, is to get inside that, so... Yeah, let's destroy this first, I'm assuming. That way we can get 2 bowling balls and then get into that right side area. Because I don't think we can do anything over there on the left. Alright, so now what do? We have this now, which is now added to our collection. I see we have a gray thing. Oh, wait a minute. I can send this here to hit it repeatedly. Is that right? I think it is. Oh, man, that's so cool. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So now the question is, what are we doing with the rest of this? Yeah, I'm not entirely certain where to control yellow tank. What? I am lost. So there's where the exit is. That canopy's not really hiding anything. I mean, I can open this up. Not sure what that accomplishes. Oh, wait, I can just destroy these. Duh. Why in the world was that so hard to figure out? I have no idea. Okay. I see potentially what we might need to do here. So I see that we got 2 more bowling balls and 2 yellow teleports and then this thing. And I'm assuming that we need to use the railroads to help with this in some way, right? And probably use these 2 bowling balls on these guys over here so that we can insert a yellow teleport into that area. Is that accurate? I feel like the only thing I can do to pick them up is to do that. So let's do that, and then I think what we can do is we can now do something like... Wait a minute. Was that a bad idea? That might have been a bad idea. Actually, I don't think it is, because I could just do that, get another one, do that, and then use that to get there, and then we are running out of time. I'm a little concerned about the feasibility of being able to... Actually, no. I think this is possible. Okay. All 3 paths here will lead to victory, but only one will lead to the highest score. Well, I haven't gotten any bonuses, but I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to do that. That was a very well-designed level, and I really love the way it played out. Obviously, there's a lot of opportunities for bonuses that I didn't take advantage of, but that's totally fine. Wow, what do I give this one? It was really cool. I like the way it used bowling balls and kind of explored different uses with them. It had some really neat concepts in it as well. The room with the boots was the one that I was a little like, on, especially since there's at least one extra boot there. I kind of wish you were forced to get rid of those so there wasn't this lingering question of, oh, do I need to keep them? But maybe they're used for bonuses. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they are. So, I'm not going to complain too much about that. But it was a really solid level. I'm going to give that one a 5. I really enjoyed that one. I would just call it Mobile Cannon McCallahan. I think that rolls off the tongue a little better. Alright, Flooded Jail. You can't drop items in this level. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so what are we doing? Is this a maze? What is this exactly? So apparently I need to get the chips first before I get skates. And then after I get skates, then I can... What? So I'm just going into, like, a maze for each of these? Is that... I don't really want to get that flipper, because if I can't drop items, then there's really no reason to get it now. Where do I go from here, though? That's a little concerning. Oh, wait. Am I supposed to travel back through on the thief trail? Oh, there's that noise. Okay. So I got this first. So I can't drop items. So I could use the thief path to get out this way, but that's not really going to lead to anything significantly useful. What am I missing here in terms of what I can do with this? There seem to be 4 different paths you can take. See, this one you can just get right on this, get the flippers. Maybe that's what you have to do. You just get in, you get the flippers, and you get out. Is it that easy? I think it is. So let's just find the entrance to this chunk of stuff here. And it's probably just this. In fact, that's the only one I can see. So that's why there's a pair of flippers in every room. That's kind of cool. So now I do what I was doing earlier and get out. Okay. That's pretty neat. I do like that. I mean, it's kind of, you know, an old concept that we've seen quite a few times, but I do like the way it's used. I mean, it's a neat idea. Okay, it looks like it's this way. There's a toggle button there. I guess that's what's being controlled by the walker. So that part is random, or is it? Okay, this seems to be the, yeah. That was an easy one. So then we get the skates for the ending, is what it seems like we're headed toward here. And, oh. I'm supposed to get that first. That I did not know. So it's not that easy, is it? Okay. Let's go look at this again. Yeah, I was supposed to do this first and then get out. Tricky. You totally got me there, designer. You definitely got me. I guess my only other complaint about this is that it definitely adheres to the... It definitely adheres to the 4-quadrant trope of a level where you do the exact same thing basically 4 times, which... I've already gone on at length about how I feel about that. Okay, let's just keep going around here. Not panic and freeze shut there. You know, if I'm not mistaken, you can't... Yeah, this time, I think that's the only one where you have to get the chip first before getting the flippers. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that I did that one last time, but oh well. It's fine. I mean, it is what it is. And the level is still, you know, a decent level. It's not like it's... Oh no, this one I have to get the chip first. No, I don't have to. I can get the flipper pair first and then get the chip. So, is that an exit, by the way? Yeah, okay. So, that's where I'll be headed to get to the exit. So, wait a minute. Does that mean that I have to sneak back into one of these? Or is there an entrance? Yeah, there's an entrance out here. Okay, that's good. That's a relief. Big relief. Okay, that one I also have to get the chip first. So I guess I just wasn't paying attention to that. That was my bad. Okay, so now we get the skates. And that's a little precarious to deal with at the very end, but it's not that bad. This, though, I'm a little worried about the walker giving us grief here. Yeah. That's a little questionable, I have to admit, but it's fine, I guess. It's just that at the end. Yeah. I'm going to give that one I'm going to give it a 1, but not because I think it's horrible, but just because I don't really have a desire to see it in the final set, is mainly the issue. It uses a concept, you know, the double maze thing that we've seen time and time again. It uses 4 quadrants, you know, with the same thing, which is not a super great thing. And then it also does this thing at the end where you have to, you have to blindly go in when a walker could just clobber you, so... Yeah, not a level I'm intent on seeing in the final set, but it's a decent design at least. So we've got Strike. Alright, so what are we doing with this? I see that there's a bomb over there. So is the idea that we're trying to get... Hang on. What are we trying to do here? I take it what we're trying to do is we're trying to kind of do something similar to the other level, where we're trying to get the bowling ball to drop boots at a certain point or something. Which, if that's the case, that is not what I meant to do there. I meant to drop it, but how do I not get killed there? I think I see what you kind of have to do eventually, and that is, why is it not registering my keystroking there? I can't go right. It's weird. Okay, hang on. Let me pause buffer this, because even with that I can't. Why? I'm holding it down and it's not even doing anything. Let me try mashing it. I can't do anything while mashing it. That's weird because, like, I'm going on a preceding force floor, so I should be able to, right? I'm curious to try something here. What if I do this? I'm just experimenting here. No, I can't do that either. Let me try this then. I'm gonna drop one of these, and then I'm gonna get 2 pairs of boots so I don't die. Although, hang on. Okay, there. That's what I was trying to do. I feel like you shouldn't have to do that, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so at this point, I think what we need to do is we need to basically do this thing where the bowling ball gets a number of boots until the point where it's forced essentially to let go of the suction boots. Although, I am beginning to wonder, is it possible that you need to stagger the suction boots in terms of where they're placed? So if I do 1, 2, 3, 4 like that, then the bowling ball can get one of these hiking boots as the 5th one, then drop that. I'm trying to see exactly what the end game of this is going to be. I feel like the idea is you're supposed to go here, go over here such that it then starts using the suction boots again, but then lets go of them in time to then go down here. Wow, this is gonna be a thing. I wish the time limit was longer. I feel like you have to precisely get every piece of footwear that you need in a certain place, and that kind of bothers me, not gonna lie. But at the same time, it's one of those things that requires experimentation, and that can be good if done well. So like if I do that, I think it's going to go through, and on the 6th boot, maybe it's just a matter of like alternating between suction boots and hiking boots. Although that doesn't feel right. Because if I get the... Well, no, because I'm going to have to drop off boots anyway. So at this point, every boot that I'm going to be using is going to change course potentially for this thing. So if I put in a suction boot here, that's all the suction boots though. But maybe that's not a bad thing, because it... Really? Also 250 seconds, are you kidding me? Really? I mean, good night. That's a little much. Or a little strict. Unless the idea is that you go in this pattern every time. You go boot, this, boot, like suction, hike, suction, hike. Is that how you do it? I'm wondering. I'm starting to wonder. Let's just try something here. Maybe that's actually a clue to how you're supposed to collect them. That's not the one I meant to drop, for what it's worth. Yeah, that's it. The problem with this, though, is that every time I get something after 4 boots, I'm going to be switching something out. So, do I really need to engage in all this? Maybe the answer is no. The question is, what is the frequency at which I want to be doing it? Maybe that's what I need to be focusing on a little more. Like, maybe I'm supposed to be doing that, right? So if I go back to my original plan of doing something like that, I can at least have some degree... Oh no. No. I just... Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, the problem with that, though, is that I need to space out the suction boots, don't I? So maybe the whole layering of all this stuff down here was actually intentionally set up that way. Because I don't think we can afford to operate with, like... that amount of space in between everything. Okay. So this is going to fall. I'm just curious to know what's going to happen when... Because I get unlimited clones, but I don't have unlimited boots, which is the issue here. Okay, I'm just going to draw a random... Okay, so that's going to fall, and then if I put this here... The problem is I need it to actually switch over here. Ah! I'm going to look at the solution, guys. I'm sorry, but I cannot wrap my brain around this. It's really interesting as a concept. I'm just not sure my brain can handle it this late at night right now. And maybe it's a lot simpler than I'm thinking. I don't know. Okay. So we don't yet get that boot at this point. So, oh. Oh, that's right. I guess you could just go through the whole thing and skip that part, can't you? Yeah. Yeah, you totally could. I forgot you could do that. Yeah, because that's 4 after that point. And then you would need to have... Okay, I see kind of the guiding principle of it. 4 there, and then it would let go, I guess. That is really interesting. Wow, what do I even rate that? That is an interesting idea. I I just wish, my only complaint about it, I guess, is that I wish that there was a way you could test things prior to actually executing the solution. That and the time limit of 250 is way too short. I'm sorry to whoever designed this, but do you really expect someone to be able to figure all that out in 250 seconds? I understand that this may take multiple attempts, but this is one of those levels where you should feel rewarded for experimenting and not feel like you have to do everything all in your headspace in this very abstracted way before actually performing it out on the map. Man, I'm going to give it a 4 for originality and just the way it's built. I just wish that the time limit was longer. You got more than one chance to actually do it. I don't know how you would even do that, but maybe just have multiple boots somewhere else, like multiple sections with boots. Because honestly, I mean, I guess the only issue with that, though, is that you would have, unless they were specifically called out as like a practice area, you would have players trying to just cheese the whole thing by just putting down whatever boots they wanted, whereas this is a very specifically crafted, collection of boots. Maybe a hint would have helped here. I don't know. Just something like that. I'm going to give it a 4 because I did like it. I really enjoyed that, and I like the size of it. I just think it could use some touch-ups. Alright. Ooh, we got yet another Sokoban level, guys. Infernal Sokoban. Wasn't that the name of the level that Josh made at one point? I think it was. Also, I have to keep at least one of these here, don't I? Yeah. Yeah, I totally do. Now this is interesting, because if I push this down... Oh, I see. I'm going to have to go do it like this, I guess. Is that the play? Sure seems like it is. Okay, so now I gotta figure out... Oh, great. Now I think I have to do this just to create a loop. Okay. Yeah. This is interesting. This is really interesting. Okay, I think that's the solution. You just do that. Okay, so that's just a matter of untangling it. Not exactly super difficult. Yeah, that's gonna get a 1. Alright, down there by the train. We got 5 left in this pack. Down there by the train. So is this just... See, we got a block checkerboard. Okay, I'm not sure if that's important. However, I see that all of these are going to move the tank in a different direction. Now they have the hook. This should be interesting to get through this to get to that key. Okay. So what are we doing here? Is it just getting the yellow tank all the way down to the... That's going to take a while. Okay. That could have been a little shorter, not gonna lie. There's that weird hook behavior again with the pausing thing. Still no idea what causes that. I feel like I've never seen that before. I'm sure it's been there the whole time, and I've just never noticed it. But man, that is some really strange behavior on the part of a hook. Now the question is, do I need to push any of these up here? I hope not. I really hope not. Let's just see what happens. I can catch it, but that didn't actually do anything. Oh. Well, that's not going to lead to anything good. And what happens when I do that? Okay, it goes there. Okay, I can go here now. I don't have a lot of time either. This is a pretty tight level time-wise. And now we've got a giant teleport network thing. Which I guess is not giant, but we got a chip out of that. That's fun. And there's a button, which I can't really take a block to this, can I? Unless I use that. Yeah, that's the play. And we got one of these mazes with blue and green walls. Okay, before I do that, I want to just make sure I didn't miss anything else. I see there's a... Okay, I can't go there. Oh, no, I can. Huh. Now, what is this all about? Okay, I need something here. So this block is just going to keep going until I get it to the button. Okay, so it's just getting the block to the button. There's nothing particularly insane about that. Although, now I can't push it. How do you... No. Oh, I hook it. I see. I gotcha. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, then we do that. Okay, got it. So now I can go there. This time limit is way too short. Just gonna say it. Unless the exit is right here, but even then, you are standing on a hint tile. Okay, that hook behavior is totally to blame for that. I can guarantee you that was entirely the weird hook behavior. Although, at least this time I can try to be more optimal about it, so... A little bit more optimal, at least. So is there any real harm in doing this? Oh, right. He would just go to the right. Duh. Why did I do that? Okay, let's try to get in here without too much trouble. There we go. I can do that without the key being eaten up, which is nice. Let's just do that. Make it a little easier on ourselves. There we go. Oh, I forgot to open up the thing. Right. Well, that's fine. Go over here again. There we go. See, there's that little weird tick of movement that, or non-movement that happens when you have a hook, it seems. There's got to be a name for that, or if there hasn't already been a name coined for it already. I should, if there hasn't been a name for it yet, I propose that it be called the hesitation glitch. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're hesitating. Also, how in the world do I get out of this? There, thank you. And no block coming for the ride this time. That feels somehow a lot less stressful. And then we go backtrack all the way home. Okay. So where does that wire tunnel lead? Because we didn't really investigate that last time. I don't think we can actually get to it. That's the thing. I don't see a way. Save a little bit of time there. Alright, so thankfully we still have our handy dandy hook, which we kind of need. And let's do this again. I really like this room. This is a cool idea. I don't know what's going on with that yellow door, but maybe we'll eventually come back. I guess because we're going to get the yellow key here anyway. Alright, I'm just going to hope that the hesitation glitch does not trigger. And if it does, then the amount of time that's wasted is negligible. Okay, good. Alright, so now we got the yellow key. I guess we should have gone to the balls first. But, oh well, it's fine. Okay, so this is mainly just a little maze here. Oh, I felt the hesitation glitch again, and again. It seems like it happens when you change directions, which is interesting. Okay, wait. This way. Because I'm pretty sure... There we go. That's all I really need. So now I see there's a bunch of green bombs there. How do we switch that? Oh, it's this thing, the teleport thing, isn't it? So I should have kept this the way it was. Oh well. Alright, so now let's go through this. I'm going to try to be careful so the hesitation glitch doesn't... Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. That was a really fun level. I'm going to give it a 3. I'm not sure how I feel about it being in the official set. The time limit, I think, could have been a little bit more generous. But I do like the puzzles. I like that room with the vertical block. I like the, I don't know, just the kind of the eclectic nature of it. It's kind of a weird sort of mix, but it works. It's a very low 3, to be honest, but I left it feeling pretty decent, so I'm going to just leave it at that and run to the next level, called the Sigil of Life. And this seems to be mainly a matter of getting... It seems like you need to get the teeth killed, and then get that chip in the middle, then get the green key behind a socket, maybe, and then exit? Is that the play here? Every time I hear Sigil, I'm now going to be thinking of the Talos principle. Like, I don't think I can unassociate that word with that game. Good luck with all those blobs, you need it. Thanks. Thanks, that's very much something I wasn't aware of. I feel like if I can just blast my way in there first, that might actually be worth trying. I don't know. It feels like it's better to try it at the beginning and fail than to spend a bunch of time. I feel like these are all acting the same way for the most part. I'm wondering if this is deterministic. Ooh. Now, if that's the same every time, then count me excited for future attempts should I need them. Okay, here we go. Really? Oh boy. Okay, so it looks like not only am I going to have to get the skates, but I'm also going to have to direct the teeth to blobs. Also, is there a cloner for these teeth, or is that just the flat amount of teeth? I guess I could use blocks, but honestly, Well, actually I might have to use blocks. Unless I can somehow kill all the teeth off. The nice thing is these teleports do offer some degree of respite when it comes to leading stuff around. Woo! Run, 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 run. Get out of there. Thank you. Part of me just kind of wants to wait around and see what happens and let some of the chaos maybe subside. I say maybe because I don't know if it's actually going to. The problem with a level like this is that when you introduce the element of tedium to it in the form of block pushing slash monster guiding and whatnot, that makes things a little hairier and in some ways a little less fun. Because now you got this added element of pressure on top of everything that you've put yourself through in the beginning of it. And then you're compounding the pressure. Yeah, I think you see what I mean. It's a very risky proposition for a player that you're making as a designer when you're requiring this kind of stuff. And it honestly concerns me a little bit whenever I see this kind of thing in a level. Because I like the idea of like a melee level where you're having to run around and dodge monsters. But this feels almost a little too random in a way. And that concerns me. And what's compounding that even more is the fact that you're kind of having to repeat the process by virtue of these teeth not necessarily being able to detonate all the bombs without some kind of complicated setup, it seems like. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but personally, it's a little too much trouble. Okay, yeah. Part of me doesn't want to solve this because I get the idea behind this. This is not like, you know, I have to go down there to find out what's behind it all. I'm going to give it a 1. I don't find this particularly fun. I mean, with all the blobs, walkers, and teeth, that's a little much. Alright, it's a maze. Alright, I guess it's a maze, guys. Let's maze it up. Now, the question is, how much dependency is there with this stuff here? Is it as linear as it looks, or it seems like it kind of is, but maybe not. Huh. Okay. Seems like there's different kinds of mazes, judging from what I can see on the outside there. That's kind of cool. And the time limit is high, so I guess we'll see how long this takes. I'm hoping it's not going to be terribly long. Alright, so now I can go through the starting area to do this stuff. I'm going to assume this path is the one I need to do first. The next path, it looks like I need a blue key to really advance, so let's go this way. Okay, I'm forced to go down here, but now I have a choice. Let's go here first, because I don't yet have a yellow key, so that seems like a safe bet. Okay, yeah, I figured as much. Okay, that area I'm not sure about yet. This area, I can use the red key. And this allows me to get that blue I was looking for. And we have a pretty obvious blue wall path here. And then we get more here. Okay, there's a lot going on. Lots of branching paths. Wow, okay. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be here yet or if this is non-linear enough to... Okay, yeah, there's a lot happening here. Oh, that may have been a bad idea. I don't know if I'm supposed to come in here 2 different times, so hopefully not, question mark. I guess we'll find out. We got more clocks here, that's interesting. How big is this level? This feels pretty expansive. I guess this is where the exit is. So maybe we were supposed to come back here later. Unless there's like boots or something that we can get to accelerate that process. I'm just wondering like how strict this is with respect to like the layouts. Like is it strictly branched out where there's no loop, you know, it's all just branches? Or is there like a part of it that loops around? Because I mean there's a whole network of stuff that we haven't seen yet. But from what I'm seeing, this looks pretty sectioned off, so that kind of concerns me a little bit. Because that means that the little recessed wall snafu we had earlier will actually come back to bite us. At this point, I'm just going to explore as much as I can, and if I can't actually get back to the end, I'll just call it there. Let me just make sure there's nothing under that tank. Okay, there was. Okay, that wasn't actually important, so I'm not going to worry about that. Oh wait, no, I can come back here later. Yeah, I totally can, if it's one direction. Yeah, I'm fine. Never mind. Okay, so I'll just have to remember, don't come back there until the very end of the level. So, alright, so in that case, let's go up and check this area down here out. Okay, and this is pretty much a water filling area. Then we go down here, get you. That's kind of cool. I like the way that forces you to use that bottom force floor. It forces you. Alright, enough of the cheesy puns. Get that ship that we saw earlier. And have we gone here? We have not. Okay, now where have we seen a green button? Have we seen a green button? Did we see one earlier? I feel like we did. Maybe not. I'm curious to see what's behind the blue door, so I'm going to head that way next. Oh, hi. Now, that was unexpected. I wonder if you can use this to bypass some stuff. That I would be very curious to know about. Huh, I see more stuff there on that edge. Okay, good. There's nothing there. I was kind of a little worried about that. So maybe that is actually intentional. That's not like a secret hidden shortcut or something. You're actually supposed to do this. Let me just investigate real quick. There's the green button I was looking for. There's one thing I will say about this that is a little troubling. It's just the back and forthing of it, especially since there doesn't seem to be a loop that you can use. And oh, that's right, I've trapped myself here now, so I can't actually get out. Never mind, not unless we find skates, I guess. Okay. So in that case, let us go over here, now that we have fire boots. And check this area. Now we've got an ice maze. Green teleports, which are interesting. And, I mean, I can just do this. But I need to change to Melinda for this. Now, is this open? Now I'm suspicious of all the green walls now. I like this level, though. It's pretty chill. It's interesting. I like the way it feels. It's got it's a very nice kind of... Wait a minute. Do I have to be... No, I don't have to be Melinda for this. I can just do that. It's got a nice pace to it. Like, you feel like there's a lot of room to do things. And that's a neat feeling to have. Okay, I see a green button there, so maybe that will be our ticket to changing the toggle state. We haven't really explored down that way yet. But, oh, this is just this area. I like this level. It feels like a classic level somehow. It's a little long, I will say. That is the one thing about it that I'm not a big fan of. And the back and forthing. That's the other thing. But I haven't noticed like any particularly mean elements to it, which is nice. I do appreciate that. Okay, I don't think any of these are dangerous, so... Okay, that actually leads to the switch. Let's go here first. Then we can just switch it up and then get the last two chips. Oh wait, it's this one. And then we can head back to the exit area. Yeah, I would say the exit area is the only thing in the level that's a little bit restrictive, but even that's not that bad, because you can just come right back, and I've even made a mistake and it's fine, so I'm not like too worked up about that or anything. So now I just go back over here to the, I have to kind of take a long trip, but I guess I could have detoured off of that earlier, but oh well. Do this. No, the other one. I can do this. I can do that. And then go there. Okay, so now I can get to the exit, which is just a matter of going here. Or here. The only thing that could have made this maybe a little better, aside from the things I've mentioned already, is maybe a bonus area. But that was pretty fun. I'm going to give that a 3. I liked that as a maze. That was, maybe could have used a slightly more creative title, but I'm not complaining too much. I think that was pretty fun. Alright, so the next level is called Greedy Twin. So I need a bunch of yellow keys, and okay. I think I see the gimmick here. That's interesting. That is really interesting. Where'd he go? Oh, hi. Hello. I'm gonna get all the bonuses that I can at this point. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay, so those are all in a torus. Okay, that makes lining these up not as bad as it could be, which is good. Okay. So now I can go here and do this. And now I got Melinda, so... Okay, how am I going to do this? I'm assuming we don't want Melinda to get the keys, or do we? Maybe we do want the keys. No, because I need to get them for there, for the bottom area. Okay. So I can do this. No! I forgot you can't go back once you get them. Okay. Let's try it again. What an interesting concept. Yeah, that was dumb. Let's not do that again. Okay. Yeah, I like the way this works. It's really cool. Okay. So let's go here. Do this stuff. Alright, so we gotta be very careful with how we do this. So now I can't actually go left. I can bump on the wall, but I can't actually, like, go left. How am I supposed to do this? Oh, I can still send you there. That's right, because you don't have red keys. And thank goodness for that. Okay, so I can do that. That at least offsets the problem a little bit. Wow, this is a really interesting little puzzle. I like it, though. See, I don't know if there's a red key under that block. That's what I'm worried about. Ah! Right, I forgot about that. Man, that second room is really something. I was not expecting that to be... Oh, whoops. I was not expecting that to be as hard as it was, as it is, but man, that's actually pretty legitimately tough. Okay, let's try this again. So you have just enough keys to get through that first section, so it really is as tight as it seems. Okay. I'm going to try to see if I can count the number of keys. So you can actually take really short bursts like that. I guess I can't go to the left, though, so that's kind of a pointless endeavor. What did I do before on this? I wish I knew whether there was a key under that or not. That's kind of an issue. Okay, there we go. How in the world am I supposed to... Is the block meant to be used to block her? Is that... Wow, how do you do that? That is very interesting. Color me very interested in how to solve this. Like, this first room is a nice warm-up to the concept, because you have all this freedom to get around. But man, that second room, it's like... The stakes just go up so high in that room. Like, it's so amazing just how things escalate there. Okay, there we go. It's like, everything here is so simple, and then you get over here. Okay, so let me see. There's 5, 9... Okay. 9, 13 up to this point. So let's just remember unlucky 13. And then there's 17 up to this column. Oh, that's interesting. And then 21. That can't be right, right? Because there's 13, 19. Where do you get 2 more? Did I miscount? I'm a little worried now. I really want to push this block, but I can't because then the doppelganger Melinda is going to erase everything. Ah! I forgot about that. Man, okay. Ow, come on. I'm too much in a hurry to solve this, and it's kind of hurting me now. Okay, there we go. That first room is so nice. I really like the way that works, and I like the fact that it uses bonuses. Alright, let me just look at this again. 5, 9, then 13 here. Maybe I was off by 2. I can check it again. So 5, 9, 13. That's 15 down there. So let's just remember 15 down there now. Okay, it is 19, right? So it is true. This does not have anything under it, which is curious. I'm really interested to know how that factors in the solution, because it has to somehow. Come on. This is so interesting. And I like the fact that it's a pretty small level, too. It's not exactly large. I don't want to get the block pushed all the way to the right, because I really want to use it to somehow block her. I don't know how that would really work, but I'm sure it's possible. I just want to get there. How do I get to the right without getting clobbered here? Oh, now that's an interesting twist. I didn't think of that. How can we use that to our advantage? If at all. Can we? See, I can't seem to offset it enough to make that work. Maybe it's just, maybe it really is a matter of, yeah, maybe you do have to do that. But now how do we get all the way to the right is the question. And maybe the answer has to do with getting that pushed all the way. But now, doing this, is that how we do it? That's it! Nice! That was a very well crafted level. 5 stars easily. I'm going to give that a 5. Alright guys, last level of the pack for the evening. We're going to be taking on Subway. Subway. Do 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 do. Already aesthetically, this is looking interesting. I'm curious to know what this actually involves. Apparently blue keys and a countdown. Okay, that worries me. So, what is the point of this? Should I have even gotten those? Probably not. Because I'm about to get them stolen here. And that is probably... Wait a minute, I can just do that. Right? No? No? Okay. Let's go there first. The threatening countdown element is making me a little nervous, not gonna lie. Let's not do that. Okay, let's do that. Then... What is this doing? Is this releasing all the bugs? Is that what's going on? I'm really confused with what we're accomplishing here. Also, that was a dumb idea. Okay. I'm not sure what the goal here is yet, but I'm sure once we solve this little Sokoban, we'll find out. Hopefully we'll find out at least. Okay, there we go. So now I can do that. Okay, this was actually a lot easier than I thought it'd be. Okay, so what is the goal now? I can't get through there. Is it just to get all these before the timer expires? And maybe when it expires, something will happen. Maybe? I mean, let's just wait and find out, right? Something happened there. Something drowned. Okay. Oh! Now that's interesting. Was I supposed to, like, follow along with that when it was going? How do I reset it? Can I reset it? And then what's up with the blue lock up here? If at all. Like, is there any point to that? I'm just going to do this again and not get the keys this time. Because that seems like a bad idea. Yeah, I really like the way this works out. This is pretty cool. I don't know what this accomplishes, though, but I hope it's something good. Right? I mean, I can't see anything, but... Okay, this time, I'm going to wait here for the doors to open, if that's what this is supposed to be. And then hopefully we'll follow along and it works. Oh, there we go. However this is being controlled, that's pretty cool. Welcome to City 17. Okay. Oh, this is all the... Oh, okay. That was really neat aesthetically and as a concept. Gameplay-wise, though, I feel like that could have had a little more going on. And wow, what do I rate that? That is... I wish that some of the like extra things were a little more obvious that they were just decoration. Like the blue keys. I mean, I guess you could just figure that out by virtue of the fact that you can't use them anywhere. But man, I do like the way it felt. It was a really neat idea, but the only real puzzle was like the Sokoban thing. So I'm going to give it a 3. Neat aesthetics, really cool concept, could have had more gameplay, but you know what? I'm not going to be like super harsh against the level for it. So that is the end of the Yield Pack, everybody. Next time, let's see what set we're going to be taking on next time. We've got the Vinyl Pack. Ooh, that sounds interesting. And let's see, do I recognize any of these levels? Some of them sound a little familiar. Oh, there's one that sounds kind of funny, actually. But we'll talk about that when we get there. And oh no, there's one that I'm really nervous about. Thankfully, if all else fails, we've got replays, right? Well, that's it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves today. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you on the flip side. So take care, and I will see you next time.